Shalom, family. Barakas to all of you. I pray that you are all doing fantastic and elevated in excellence in the Most High Yah. This is your Auntie Avi, and today I have a special guest with me, the wonderful.
Hi, y'all. It's TT. She keeps calling me wonderful. And far from it, the Most High is wonderful. But thank you for your kind sentiments, beloved.
Yes, we have our wonderful TT Earth with us.
Hallelujah. All praises if I'm seen in that light.
Yes, we all love us some TT Earth.
Sometimes. It's all good, though.
Today, family, we're coming to you with a topic that the Most High laid on my heart heavy. It's been stirring actually for several days, and I wanted to bring forth this word to us as a community, as a family. So, the title today is The Fear of Yah, and that's what we're going to be speaking on today. So let me begin with the definition of fear with regards to the Most High Yah. So the definition of fear, according to the Strong's Concordance, is yira. That's the word. And it means fear, a reverence, and awe. So when we talk about the fear of Yah, we're talking about having reverence and awe, this deep, profound respect for the Most High Yah. And when we have this reverence and respect is for the Most High Yah, it means that you're going to adhere to and listen to what He says, what His commandments, His ordinances, His statutes, His laws are. And I know many of you are aware of that. However, what really struck me when this came to me was the fact that, yes, we know that we should be obeying and following the laws and the statutes and the commandments of the Most High Yah. But are we following it based on what He says or what we think the interpretation of it is? And this is where it becomes very dangerous, because regardless of how or what we think and our perception and what we feel about the Most High Yah's law, how He presents His law is how He presents it. There is no questions or interpretations of it. It's plain and straight as it is. And I'm going to read from the precept. I'm going to read Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 24 through 25. And this is from the King James with the Apocrypha. And it says, "And the Most High commanded us to do all these statutes, to fear the Most High our Elohim, for our good always, that He might preserve us alive, as it is this day." Verse 25. "And it shall be and it shall be our righteousness, if we observe to do all these commandments before the Most High our Elohim, as He had commanded us." So as you can see, based on that precept, that the fear of the Most High, it's tied in with us obeying His laws, His commandments, His statutes, because it is for our good and that He might preserve us alive. So we cannot put our own spin or our own perception on it. This is where it's important for us to really ask Yah for discernment if we are not 100% sure in how to really follow the law and statute. Although his laws and statutes are pretty plain, but if there is any doubt or any misunderstanding, it's important for us to seek wisdom and discernment so that we get clarity on it, because we need to obey his laws and his statutes precisely. TT Earth, did you have anything to say regarding that?
I'm just taking it all in. Keep going.
Okay. I'm going to read our second precept, which is coming from Psalms 112, verse 1. Again, it's from the King James Version with the Apocrypha. And it says, "Praise ye the Most High. Baraked is the man that feareth the Most High, that delighteth greatly in his commandments." So here again, we see that the fear of the Most High is tied in with his commandments. It's not separate. It's not based on our interpretation. It's his commandments, not our interpretation of his commandments. It's his commandments, how he says it should be done. And this is another precept here, Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 13. And this is the Amplified Version. "When all has been heard, the end of the matter is, fear the Most High, worship him with awe-filled reverence, knowing that he is Almighty Elohim, and keep his commandments, for this applies to every person." It is our duty to obey Yah's commandments to the letter, to how he says it. And this came about from the example that TT Earth had brought up in a video that she was doing regarding obedience. And Brother Joshua had it in a video he did as well, with the example of Moshe, how the Most High commanded him to speak to the rock, and instead he struck the rock. And as a result, he was not able to walk into the promised land. And the other example that TT Earth brought out in her video was with the Ark of the Covenant when it was falling. And the brother went to catch it because he thought he was doing a good thing, but it wasn't the right thing, because Yah says only specific people were supposed to touch the ark. And this is where it's so important for us to really understand and overstand how important it is to follow the laws and the commandments of the Most High to the letter, because if we do not, and if we include our own thoughts and feelings and interpretations of it, we will be found wanting and lacking and being in actual disobedience when we think we are doing a good thing. And Yah's not calling us to do a good thing. He's calling us to do the right thing. He's calling us to righteousness.
Mm.
Yeah. So again, I'll ask TT Earth if you have anything you want to add to what.
Yeah, I just don't want to break your flow, you know? Let you get out there and speak, because you have a lot of vital and profound things to speak. And we barely get to hear you, you know? So your time with letting Yah use you, and I don't want to interrupt that. Um, you know, nothing disturbs me than people bringing in their own opinions and stuff, and you're telling them scriptures, and it's like you got a freaking alien head. Like, our people lack comprehensive skills, basic ones. You're telling them the point, and they're going all over the damn place, talking about irrelevant shit. That has nothing to do with the word you're bringing forth. This is the lack of discipline I was talking about.
Yeah.
You're just talking about meaningless stuff. It's like we mentally ill as a people.
Mm-hmm.
And even Yah calls us stupid, sottish. Y'all, I don't want to be rough with Yasharal, because y'all know I'm a very empathic, nurturing woman. But at the same time, my Ruach has been grieved. Yah is grieved at the shit we refusing to mature and grow up. Y'all want to change stuff. Y'all ain't asking y'all all of this bullshit. He asking y'all to do simple, basic things. And your mind and your behavior and your lack of discipline keep intercepting and disrupting the discipline and order of Yah. And that's why a lot of y'all, a lot of us, we ain't gonna make it. Even the ones who cry and boot the ass all the time, y'all ain't gonna make it either. Because you're speaking one thing, but your spirit is undisciplined. Your action is undisciplined. If Yah is saying this, your opinion is bullshit. It's caca. It doesn't matter to him. And we keep trying to point it out. How could King David get angry, upset at Yah because Yah took out that brother? Yah said only sanctified, these sanctified men can handle the Ark of the Covenant. So if you go and touch that covenant and you ain't sanctified, Yah is looked at as a joke. There's penalty. He's serious when he says something. And y'all still can't get it. It's like I've talked to toddlers, being a teacher, that have more common sense than some of us. Y'all don't stop to sit and process your ego. Always gotta be in the way. You're just bringing out stuff that is irrelevant. To me, it's like y'all don't want to do better and grow and heal and turn from your stubbornness and your foolishness. You love being rebellious. I just had to ask our beloved brother Bez today, tonight our time. I said, Brother Bez, because he gave such profound, I'm trying not to cry, precepts. The whole day in the Facebook community and on his Facebook page, personal page. You know, scriptures and stuff, precepts and books were coming out with Yah lamentations, with Yah punishing us, and then his grace and his mercy because of our wickedness. And I said to Brother Bez, I said, could you please tell me why we gotta always keep rebelling against Yah? Why we can't just do what is right? Why can't we? I was just crying in my soul. Let me go back and see with Brother Bez. You all have to excuse me because Because sometimes when I'm going through health wise, I may not, the fatigueness, my mind is a bit foggy sometimes. So let me just go back because he said, answered very profoundly. Did you want to pause this? I don't, or you could talk while I'm finding it.
Okay, yeah. So, while TT is finding that, I'm gonna bring out another precept here. And this is Psalms chapter 128, verse 1. It says, Baraked is everyone that feareth the Most High, that walketh in his ways. Now, how do you know to walk in Yah's way? How do you know what his way is? You can't come up with that and have an interpretation of that of your own. You have to go to him. You have to get to know him. You have to get understanding and overstanding of his mind, his way of thinking, his thoughts on it. Not our interpretation, not what we think our perception of it is. His way. And that is how you'll know how to walk in his way in righteousness.
All praises to the Most High. Yes, I wrote in a comment. I was speaking how it broke my heart. It breaks my heart. And I asked our beloved, I said, why do you think we as a people always forsook Yah no matter how good he is to us? What do you think drives us to continue to rebel? And you know his response, he said, I wish he knew. Exodus 32 and 9, he says, he wrote, which says, And the Most High said unto Moses, I have seen this people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people. We're stiff-necked. Just from the teaching, the rebuke I did a day or two ago, and to see you can't comprehend and just stick on one thing, the main thing, you're all over the place. It's just sad. You keep missing the point because of our ego, our sugarcoating, our want to be liked, our own way. You know, I don't care if none of you don't like me anymore. I'm a stand for righteousness and yeah. What I'm afraid of is losing yeah. You heard what Baba King David says? He said, if he make his bed in hell, Sheol, just don't take your ruach from me. I ain't afraid of losing people. I done lost a lot and enough people and had to walk with Yah by myself. When you done gone through that, you don't care about who decide they don't want to like you tomorrow and cut you off. That's why I could come here and I could rebuke whoever who Yah leads me to rebuke or call out. I love all of y'all. I would love for all of us to live in unity and not have to lose a beloved. But why we losing beloveds anyways from speaking the truth? When it's in the word. The fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom. If you don't have fear, that's why you ain't got no wisdom. That's why you're silly, you're sottish, you're all over the place, you can't process shit. when we're showing you right in front of your eye gate, 'cause you lack discretion and discernment, which are a part of the wisdom team. Go ahead, sis.
And yes, exactly what Earth is saying. And I'm actually going to be reading that precept, Proverbs chapter 9, verse 10. This is the Amplified Version. The reverent fear of the Most High, that is, worshiping Him and regarding Him as truly awesome, is the beginning and the preeminent part of wisdom, its starting point and its essence. And the knowledge of the Holy One is understanding and spiritual insight. How can you have understanding, overstanding, and spiritual insight if you don't even know the Most High Yah? Because you're not spending time to know Him. You're not taking the time to try and understand Him, to understand and get clarity as to what He's saying, to get discernment. Because you don't have, you don't have that reverent fear of Him.
It's just too much toxicity.
You can't come into obedience and alignment if you are going to be interpreting things from your perspective and your way. This is not about you and your way. This is about Yah, His law, His statutes, His rules, His holiness, His ordinance. It's His way.
It's ego and pride. That's the number one thing y'all showing why we can't fear. Ego and pride.
Yep.
That's why you say something, go through one ear through the other. He that has ear, he heareth what the Most High is saying. You ain't got to run on with all kind of bullshit. You got it.
Yep.
You repent, you see your stuff, and you move on. It's too much ego, too much pride. That's something I had to work on too.
Yeah.
Sometimes my ego trying, I gotta say, shut the hell up. I gotta talk to myself like that, in that spirit of ego, when it try to come up. Shut the hell up. Stand down.
Yep.
You gotta talk to it like a military sergeant.
Yes. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Even sometimes here with me and my sister. Ego wanna come out of both of us.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta catch ourselves and check each other. It's I'm the youngest one, and I try to get sassy sometimes in my ego. And y'all have to whoop my ass and be like, you doing the most, you doing too much. Go and check that. And this is why you have to have an open heart and relationship with Yah. When you're doing shadow work, you could hear Him quickly convicting your backside. Yah don't be let me get away with shit. He's hard on me. He's been like that from I was young. Heavy conviction. Go ahead, sis.
Yeah, and I want to, this will actually goes in line with what T.T. Ert just said. This last precept that I'm presenting. This is Psalms 119, verse 34. It says, give me understanding, a teachable heart, and the ability to learn, that I may keep your law and observe it with all my heart. This is the problem that we have. We all need to sit down. Sit, as Earth would say, sit your asses down and lay your heart before Yah.
Yeah.
In order for us to be in alignment, we have to have a teachable heart, which means that we got to tell ego, you know what? You need to shut up. You need to sit your ass down. This ain't about you.
And that ego comes up when you have unhealed wound, when you feel you gotta be right and have a voice on everything. These are trauma. I just saved something on my Instagram. Um, sis, you have a moment for me to go through them?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Let me,
Are we still on the air?
yes, let me pause. Okay.
Okay, welcome back. So I know this stuff as me being a practitioner um, in the healing and holistic therapy. So it says how your triggers reflect your pain. If you get defensive when corrected, heal past criticism. That means you haven't healed what you have gone through, your trauma of being criticized. That's why you always get defensive when corrected. If you panic when people pull away, heal from abandonment wounds. If you hate being ignored, heal from childhood neglect. If you overreact to small mistake, if you overreact to small mistakes, heal from perfectionism rooted in shame. If you feel anxious when others are upset, heal from walking on eggshells growing up. If you fear saying no, heal from people pleasing and rejection trauma. If you get jealous easily, heal from low self worth and comparison wounds. If you shut down in conflict, heal from unsafe past environments where speaking up led to harm. Hang on just a second, babies. Let me scroll down. There we go. 1 second. And if you crave constant reassurance, heal from insecurity and past betrayals. This is why when we are corrected, why so much ego and stuff comes out. It's because we have all these unhealed things. But we have to grow up now, Yasharal. We are not invalidating pains. Trust me. I have a lot that I've gone through. And my sister, I don't talk her stuff. That's her story to tell. But we have gone through. But you gotta put in the work, babies. That trauma is going to stand between you and Yah, with you being walking in the fear of Him, obeying Him. You know why? Because when you have trauma and unhealed wounds, you would always justify breaking the rules of Yah to make it suitable for you and others around you. And that's wicked. It's dangerous. Let's heal so we can walk in the fear of Yah. We don't come because we want to beat you up. We love you. We all in this. You think Yah ain't tearing up our asses too, cutting our asses as well?
Yep.
But we have to level up. We doing too much. We being too extra. And some of us too old for this shit. We gotta grow up. For the babies coming under us, you think we are any example? Let's heal together, babies. We love you. And we in this together. Y'all whooping us too.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sis.
Yeah. Like Earth says, it's not just for you guys. We ourselves are going through the things that Yah is showing us. I can speak about the many things that Yah has shown me that I had to deal with. I had to sit with myself, and I started for myself just picturing myself at a conference table, and I actually learned this from a post. I picture the parts of myself at a conference table, and when something rises up, and I thank Yah for bringing me to this point. But when something rises up, and I ask Yah, okay, where is this coming from? Where is the unhealed wound? Where is this built in, buried in? Because it's the only way for me to face it so that I can deal with it and heal it and move forward. So it's not a hindrance, it's not standing in the way. And this is what we have to do. We have to ask these questions. This is why we need to ask Yah for discernment, even in our storms. That's why sometimes we go through things, because Yah is trying to dig up and unearth those parts of us that this can't go with you into what I have you to do. You got to deal with this. You got to clean this up.
And if you keep missing him trying to show you, that's why you continue in a cycle of storms and boot to ass, bell to ass. Because you don't have the discretion to see how y'all talking to you. You keep missing it.
Yep.
And so you're going to have to go through and go through and go through until you get it. I've had to go through it. So I don't know what else you got to say, Auntie.
No, this is, we're going to come to the conclusion of all of this. I implore and then encourage all of you to really sit yourselves before Yah. Ask Him to show you the hidden parts, everything that you need to work on, what you need to heal from, so that you can heal and move forward in what He has for you. Okay? I love you all. Shalom.
Shalom. Love you, babies.